It's a long story. I had skull surgery, emergency skull surgery, and then I was in a coma for about nine and a half weeks. Well, you got three little, I was a medic, so like I said, you got three little veins on the back of your skull that control the temperature of your brain. The reason you have three is in case one goes out, you have two. That's how important your brain is. I had all three blow out at the same time. My boy and I worked at the same place, and I told my boy, I'm not going to go into work today. I don't feel good. So I laid back down. Then I got a little text message from the production manager asking about some job. And I thought I'd responded, and on his end, it was just gibberish. It was horrible, like just letters of text. And so he went out to my boy and said, "You need to go check on your dad." And anyway, cut the story short, my boy came home. I was too sick for him. He called my now ex-wife. And back in the day when I was a medic, I would practice little tests on her. And apparently she remembered a lot of them. She did a test on me, and I don't remember what she did, but I said I just failed every step of the test. I looked at her, and then I passed out from pain. So she called the paramedics, and they then rushed me to a hospital, and thank heavens there was a surgeon that kind of knew what was going on, and she did her surgery thing. And then I went from the surgery to being in a coma for 9.5 weeks. Oh yeah, when I woke up from the coma, they told me I would be a bedridden vegetable for life. I woke up at like local time 2 a.m, and I saw that the head nurse's desk had a lot of people at it. And I went, they're going to do the shift change, and that's where the people that worked in the night will take the nurse that was going to be there during the day, and take them into the rooms. And so at 2 a.m, I was ventilated. I pulled out my own ventilator, which hurt very much because there's actually a small balloon in the bottom that I know about that you inflate once it's in place. Then the way they feed you is gavage, what's called a gavage. And it goes, that little tube that goes up through your nose, it goes down into your stomach, and that's how they pump in food. And I pulled that out. That also has a little a little balloon in the bottom. And then I removed my own IVs. And I then laid in bed very quietly for about 4 hours. And I decided in those 4 hours I was a prisoner of war. So I tried to escape. So I whipped off put my legs down, not even knowing I was in a coma, not knowing anything, but being bedridden for 9.5 weeks, my legs were asleep, but I didn't know. And I stood up, and I'm going to move it real close, but right about here, there's a little, they did one stitch, but I stood up, and then I fell flat on my face. And I broke the skin right there, and I don't know if you know the movie. It was an American movie called Carrie, and they poured, and not to be graphic, but they poured pig's blood on her. Well, that's what I looked like. I had blood just pouring down my face, and they cleaned me up and put a stitch in, and then put me back in bed, and handcuffed me and foot cuffed me to the bed so I wouldn't just try to escape. And when I was kind of better, all the nurses were like, "We're so sorry, you're so nice, we're so sorry we did that." I'm like, no, that was probably the smartest thing, because I was gonna go. The coma has cost me 2 of my teeth, because I didn't have anything wrong with my teeth, and I've actually had 2 pulled now. And that's because I guess in my coma I would grit my teeth, and I grit them so hard that I broke my back teeth. Like the dentist showed me the picture he took of it, and they were like both broken right in the middle all the way back. But basically I'm still grateful for everything. That actually has a lot to do with why I used the grounding pad, because I had a grounding pad before, but it was about 36 inches long. I don't know if that relates to in centimeters, but it was about 24 inches wide, and so it was small. And if I didn't lay just right, I wouldn't be on it. And yours was bigger. it fit the whole bed. So that's why I switched. And when I was a kid, when I was in the military, I used my knees a lot, and I can still walk. I'm very grateful for it, but it used to hurt me a lot after that coma. And that's part of why I really got into grounding. It doesn't hurt to go down the stairs. I'm much more mobile than I was. You know, my knees, I still have a little bit of pain, but the pain is significantly reduced. I'm very addicted to the grounding mat now. So I'll go up and just lay in my bed just because I know that the grounding mat is right there. I would say probably after the first week, not like immediately, but sleeping every day for about a week. And then after that, like the stairs didn't hurt as much. Like I didn't have to use my hand against the wall or anything. So, like it hurts now. It still hurts, which is fine, but it hurts to like a level 1. And when before it would hurt to about a level 7. You know, it was painful to go down the stairs, and now it's not. Now it's just something I do. I sleep better. I feel, I don't know how this is related because I haven't read I'm a nerd, so I bought a grounding book and I need to read it. I don't know if it's supposed to help with you feeling more calm, but I feel more calm, you know? And my knee, like I said, my knees don't hurt, which is what I wanted. And I walk further. So that's a big plus for me, you know? Correct. It's not like it was an instant overnight occurrence, but I've had it now for probably close to a month, and I love it. Like, I love it. It's just part of me. No, no, no. After all of that happened with the surgery and stuff, I'm a big nerd and I've done a lot of studying and reading. And like I said, I have a grounding book now, like it's about 300 pages. And I need to really dig into that and read it. But I'm a nerd, and I've tried a lot of different things. And like, I'll be honest, a lot of them don't work for me. So, but grounding does, you know, it's, it may not work for everybody, but it's worked for me, you know. I would say try it for a couple of weeks and see if it doesn't help you. I personally think it probably helps everyone, but I'm not a doctor, I'm just a medic.